Aware of the recent severe weather events sweeping across the United States, the nation has been grappling with a series of extreme weather conditions. Heavy rain, flooding, snowfall, and tornadoes have been making headlines in various states. Particularly hard hit are New York and Pennsylvania, where hundreds of thousands of residents sit in the dark, their homes stripped of power. The human toll of these events is distressing, with at least 5 lives tragically lost and many more injured. Property damage has been significant, with raging rivers in Rhode Island and New Jersey threatening major flooding and multiple car crashes due to poor road conditions. The onslaught doesn't seem to be letting up, with tornadoes being reported in several states. As we grapple with these events, another weather system is on the horizon, threatening to bring more snow and severe weather from the Rocky Mountains to the Carolinas. These weather events have not only caused death and destruction, but also disrupted our power supply. The severity of these storms has left hundreds of thousands without power, highlighting the vulnerability of our power grid to these extreme weather events. Energy experts have been sounding the alarm, warning that our power grid, as it stands, is not designed to withstand the impacts of climate change. This lack of foresight is leading to potential blackouts, with states like Texas and California at particular risk. It's clear that we are relying on historical weather data for investment decisions, which leaves our power grid susceptible to the unpredictable and severe impacts of climate change. Recent events, such as power plants going offline due to unexpected weather changes, underscore the urgency for a more resilient power grid. The North American Electric Reliability Corporation has projected an elevated risk of blackouts in Texas, and California grid operators also acknowledge their readiness analysis does not fully reflect climate-induced uncertainties. These events and predictions underscore the urgent need for change. The need for a more reliable power grid is clear, as is the need for the consideration of climate change in our planning. But what if we could predict these severe weather events more accurately? Imagine if we could study storms before they even form, gaining insights that would greatly improve our storm forecasts. That's exactly what NOAA's hurricane hunters are doing. They've embarked on a groundbreaking mission, flying across the Atlantic to the Cape Verde Islands. This area, near the Sahara Desert, is a hotbed for hurricane development. The data gathered from these missions will significantly enhance our understanding of storm formation and progression. It will help us pinpoint which storms are likely to form and which ones will weaken over time. This real-time data will feed into our computer models, reducing guesswork and increasing accuracy in forecasting. As we advance in this field, the future of weather forecasting looks promising. We are moving towards a time where we can anticipate severe weather events with greater precision. Improved forecasting could mean better preparation and potentially save lives. So what have we learned from these recent severe weather events? From the heavy rain, flooding, and snowfall causing death and destruction to the power outages affecting hundreds of thousands, the severity of these weather events cannot be overstated. They've shown us that our current power supply system is vulnerable, particularly in states like New York and Pennsylvania, which have been heavily impacted. In addition, we've learned that the future of weather forecasting holds promise, but also challenges. We've seen innovative approaches such as NOAA's hurricane hunters studying storms before they form near the Sahara Desert. But these efforts need to be complemented by better planning and investment in our power grid to ensure it can withstand the increasing frequency and severity of extreme weather events due to climate change. We also need to consider the impacts of climate change on our electricity system more broadly. As we've seen from the early heat wave in Texas, we can't rely solely on historical weather data for our planning and investment decisions. We need to be proactive and innovative, like the community in Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood, developing a microgrid to provide backup power in the event of a grid failure. It's clear that we need to be better prepared for these severe weather events. Let's stay informed, stay safe, and work together for a more resilient future.